PlayStation VR2 launch games are finally announced, 343 management is slammed by ex-employees, and Diablo Immortal is involved in a lawsuit. This is GameF8 news. If you like it, click the like button. If you want to make sure you keep up to date with gaming news, click subscribe. First, for our Supersong stories, GTA Trilogy has been released on Steam. Rockstar had a unique choice with this release: either fix all the game's bugs before launch, or discount the game. So enjoy receiving the 50% off if you choose to pick this up. Next, Bethesda have announced that they plan to announce the release date to Starfield very soon. This follows the announcement of the announcement for the announcement. I mean, how have we got to this point? The Analogue Pocket may be pushing on a generation, with this tweet showing the early stages of the PlayStation 1 running on the device. With no joysticks, you may need to dock the Pocket to get the most out of this, but there are clearly enough games that don't need the sticks for Sony to release the PlayStation Classic with just a D-pad. And a Dead Cells Castlevania trailer has finally been released, showing how much thought and care was put into this DLC. If this does well, there may be opportunities for Konami in the future to give the IP to a studio to continue the franchise. Now to our headlines. PlayStation has revealed their full lineup of games for the PSVR2. There were some fresh titles among other already announced games: Before Your Eyes, Kayak VR Mirage, Pavlov PR, Puzzling Places, Song in the Smoke Rekindled, Synth Riders, Thumper, NFL Pro Era, Where the Bat, Res Infinite, Tetris Effect, Creed, and Last Clockwinder were added to the list. The two standout titles, though, were Tetris Effect and Res Infinite. PlayStation had already announced that the PSVR1 games will not function with the PSVR2, leading to many players worried that gems from the last generation would be neglected. Having played Tetris Effect on the first generation of the PSVR, I cannot recommend it enough, and I'm really happy that they are bringing this forward to the new release. Sony also announced full integration with Gran Turismo 7, with 2-player split screen being the only mode that will be unavailable. PlayStation VR2 fans will still have to wait patiently to see if the most anticipated title, Half-Life Alyx, will come to the device. Next, ex-Halo developers have not minced their words in slamming the management of Game Studios 343. Ex-designer Patrick Wren tweeted, "Their layoffs at 343 shouldn't have happened, and Halo Infinite should be in a better state. The reason for both of those things is incompetent leadership up top during Halo Infinite development, causing massive stress on those working hard to make Halo the best it can be." This news probably wouldn't be a shock for many, as Xbox's lack of releases have been hinting on internal management issues for quite a while. What is shocking, though, is having it confirmed. Jason Schreier of Bloomberg revealed Joseph Staten will leave 343, rejoining the publishing team at Xbox after lasting only 3 years. Although reports suggest this was always the plan, it's not a good look for the studio. I would imagine that 343 was supposed to be Xbox's premier studio, working on their largest IP, Halo. For the studio to be misrun to this degree definitely raises questions on other Xbox studios. We found out last year that another one of their top tier studios, The Initiative, needed to bring in Crystal Dynamics from Square Enix to help them deliver Perfect Dark. After the train wreck Don Matic left when he was top of Xbox, Phil Spencer has been seen as the guy who understands the gamers. But has he been a bit naive with the managers below him, or is this still recoverable? In our final bit of news, Diablo Immortal may be in a spot of trouble. Imagine enjoying Diablo so much that you want to spend some money on an upgrade or two. You hit the shop and notice the item that will answer all your prayers, the Blessing of the Worthy, which is a 5-star legendary gem. On its second level, things are great. It can damage equal to the player's maximum health, gravy, but then suddenly, out of nowhere, the third level scraps the OP max health and only hits at the player's current health. The third level effect was never described to players, which is why many are calling this a bait and switch. To form, Blizzard have not offered to change the item's behaviour to what had been advertised, but will simply start telling the players now when they buy the item that the third level is not so good. Anyway, that's it for today. Are you thinking of picking up the PSVR2? Do you think Phil Spencer will steady the Xbox ship? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow for another GameF8 news.